And we are recording. Welcome everyone. This is your host Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. Today, or tonight in the case of my guests here, we are continuing the KULT Divinity Lost, the Black Madonna campaign. As always, we have Pedro, we have Judd, we have Sylvia, we have Miguel. So before we get started, any thoughts on this session that is about to begin?
Well, I hope we find out more information about the kids, mainly Magda and the other three Russians that were admitted here, and probably get more closely to Piotr.
And we probably need to run around Germany a little more before we think of going to Moscow.
To Moscow, yes. We are invading Moscow.
Yes, and because this is cult, you never know. Sometimes the places are closer to what you would expect because of all of the doors and dimensional
Yeah.
travels. Who knows? And so it begins. As you search for information on Piotr, you only find details of how he was admitted 10 years ago. And you are immediately interrupted by a man stepping inside the archives. It's Dr. Schaffer. Yeah, it was. I found it. I found the information of the person that was running the asylum, the institution back then. Natalia Tatlina, here is her address. He hands you a piece of paper with the
I take it.
address.
Most kind, Herr Doctor, most kind.
I believe I heard some noise in the lower parts of the building. If you'll excuse me.
Oh, no, by all means, attend to your duty, sir.
And the man walks away.
So, what do you think? Should we get more information about this Piotr, or should we visit this Natalia?
It doesn't sound like Piotr was part of the same group that they were a part of, so it could just be that he's sensitive to whatever, and I'll wave my hand around, lingers in this place.
Yes, but I'm quite intrigued by him.
But where did he get the doll?
Yes. Where?
Well,
And
maybe it was left here, or maybe got it from another place.
Yeah, I suspect that the doll probably came at the same time Magda and the others did.
do you think the doll is the Black Madonna? Or if it's
No.
or a representation of Black Madonna?
Yes, it can be. That can be, but the doll is a doll.
It's a ceramic doll, right? Or a wooden doll?
Well, let's have a look at it. I will look at the doll to see what it's constructed of.
Peter looks at the doll, and for a moment he's distracted thinking in the future. But then he looks at the doll again, and he realizes that it is indeed a ceramic doll.
Porcelain, ceramic.
Let me see if I can open it like those Russian dolls.
I hand Pierre the doll.
Yes, let's try.
Yes, and I try to, as in the, I don't know the name of the other dolls, but I try to open it.
Matryoshka.
Pierre
Matryoshkas, yes.
must roll either soul or intuition.
I stand close to the door and listen for people in the hallway.
Oh, so it's 15 total.
Pierre is absolutely certain that the doll cannot be opened, but he senses a great power. A power that cannot be described as beneficial or destructive, but rather as a source of energy or battery. Peter must roll perception.
$19.
Peter can hear the sounds of angry yelling coming from the steps, the stairway that the entire group took to get into the archives after escaping the encounter with the centipede.
I listen to hear if the doctor's voice is one of the angry voices.
Peter is certain that the doctor is shouting and yelling. It sounds as if he is reprimanding or carrying out discipline towards someone.
Someone outside's in trouble. Hopefully it's not us, but maybe we need to wrap up.
Yeah, anyway, this doll is... I'm getting quite funny vibes about it.
Well, it's mine.
Okay, take
Your
it.
turn, your
I don't
turn.
want it. I don't want it. Take it. So, what's next, guys?
Let's get clear of here and we'll talk about our options in the car.
Okay.
And so you easily make your way through the asylum back into the car.
I will listen as we go to see if I can pick up on what he's reprimanding them about.
As Peter moves, he realizes he is too far away. The moment he was thinking in the future, he lost his chance to hear any other details.
Outside, I look at the other patients, if they are still there, to see if they are still looking at me or us as the same way that they did when we entered.
It is clear to Pierre that the patients are still afraid of the entire group. Pierre must roll either soul or perception.
Marlene, show them the doll.
Oh, yeah. 17.
Pierre is also certain that each one of them could be potentially a vessel to be taken over by the powers that have been encountered so far.
Yeah. Yes, it figures. These demented and broken people are easy pickings for much higher entities to abuse them, you know.
We were told that these entities like weak spots in our world. I imagine they also like weak spots in people that they can use to step into our world. We might want to be
Weak
careful.
people are probably weak spots in our world. So probably not a good idea for me to show them the doll. Now look at Pierre, reproaching him.
Yes, it's probably better not to show them the doll. I don't know if they would jump on us or don't know. Try to kill us.
Fair enough.
Let's proceed to the car quickly. I don't like this place very much.
I get behind the driver's seat.
And so you are in the car.
Well, Peter, we have the address of this Natalia, right?
We do. We also have this list of places that Magda was looking into. Clearly, she was trying to run down somebody as well because she has the health insurance register, the several registration offices for the government. So maybe she was also trying to find someone, but we don't know who yet, do we?
Yes.
And the Germansche Gemeinschaft. I can't place this. What sort of place is this?
The information provided by Magda offers no further clues as to the list.
Do we know, or at least is it written which assurance company or companies that Magda was investigating or trying to
the Social Health and Insurance Register and the National Registration Office, as well as the motor vehicle. And the post office. She was clearly looking for
for someone.
for someone.
Yeah, but we
Yeah, but
only.
go ahead, Pierre. Sorry.
Yeah, but we only have her name. We don't know which one she was trying to find, so we can't approach any of these entities and try only giving her name and say, "Oh, do you know what person or persons was she after?"
That's what I was thinking, Pierre. Yes.
Hmm, that's a solid lead.
Well, I don't know. Are they going to tell us? Oh, do you know who this person was after?
We have the brief fortune at the moment that the government is in flux. There may be as many people as interested in having their palms scratched as the good doctor was. Uh, we may we may be uniquely positioned to find some bureaucrats between jobs.
Well, but that's a long list. Do you want to divide so we can go over it
Uh,
together?
well, I can try. I don't know if it's of any use, but I can try to use my credentials from the embassy and uh, in these institutions try to see if I can get some more information about what Magda was looking for.
Oh, that's true. You could pretend that she had also reached out to you
Yes,
to
yes,
find someone.
yes. I could gather some story like, well, a few months ago, she approached me and tried to. She didn't. Well, she make an appointment with me, but she never said who was she
Oh,
she
no,
was trying to find and
perhaps better, your idiot sub lieutenant failed to give you the name. Every bureaucrat likes to pretend that they have an underling that
yeah,
is
yeah,
completely.
underling that is in idiot. Yeah,
You will establish a rapport almost instantly.
yeah. Well, I can try to do that.
And so Pierre finds himself with the opportunity to obtain the information. Now he only needs to proceed with a specific action.
Yes, I will
Let's
go.
go to the National Registration Offices
Yes,
first.
yes, it's better. Yes, because from there probably we get a name, and with that name we can get some information on the other sources.
And so it is done. As you step into the building, a man that is walking up and down a long corridor with various desks notices you. Black haired man, fully suited up, as if he is about to enter a business meeting. He looks at you and speaks.
I stand
Ah,
just behind Pierre with a notebook out as though I'm a functionary of his, waiting his slightest whim.
he looks at Pierre and speaks. Wait, wait. I think I've seen you before. Are you
Me?
perhaps related to. No. Could it have been that meeting about 1 year ago concerning the diplomatic arrangements between Germany and Russia? Is it you? Is it
Mm,
Paquet?
yes, yes, it's me. Do you remember? I'm sorry. I'm
Yes. We spoke briefly. I don't think you will remember me. But back then, I was not in my current position, but I did see you were very, very shrewd, very crafty in your talk.
Oh, thank you very much. Remember your name, please.
Yes, my name is Jean. Jean Renault.
Ah,
I write that down.
yes. Okay, Jean. I'm hoping that you can help me in a sensible matter. I was approached a few months back by a Magda Orlov or Magda Schmidt. She didn't specify the matter, but I had underling of mine trying to get more information about this, but unfortunately, he couldn't or lost all the information about the subject that she was trying to get with me. So I think she was also here. Perhaps you can help me.
Do you know when exactly did that happen?
My memory doesn't
I
is
believe
not the
it was
same.
4 months ago, sir, but
4
my
months ago. Oh,
predecessor made very bad notes. I apologize.
oh, thank you, Peter.
Well, let me take a look at things. He approaches one of the desks, pulls out a ledger, and starts paging through it.
Yes, try
And
Magda Schmidt or Orlov. I don't know by what surname she was.
we did have a Magda Orlova. She was asking
Hmm.
about a particular individual, but we had no records of such individual. I think she was actually thought she was making it up for whatever reason. Sometimes you have authors and they play
Yes.
around with these fictional scenarios to get ideas for their books. But she was looking for a certain Pyotr Galentinov.
Oh, and she mentioned why she was looking for that gentleman?
She said he was a lost relative from the war.
Hmm. Nothing else.
No, and we couldn't help her. It's strange that you asked me this because, like I said, I actually thought she was making things up.
Yes, probably my his former colleague took a note, but he lost all the information about this. So that's why I'm trying to trace back all the steps that she took. You know, I don't know if this is a sensible matter or it's just a wild goose chase, but I like to get my all the job done correctly.
Yes, understandable, but that is strange. Pyotr Galentinov, he should have been in some sort of record here. If well, that is if your friend Magda came to the right place, we should have information on him.
Hmm. So no other Piotr. I think I think my former help said something about someone that was admitted 10 years ago in an institution. I think it was here in Frankfurt. Could it be the same person, this
Oh,
Piotr?
Monsieur Paquet, if I may, I think Mr. Renault is Monsieur Renault is correct that sometimes authors make up names and then look to make sure that no one has this name so that
Hmm.
they cannot be sued upon later publication.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Peter, for that insight. And by the way, has anyone else come here looking for this same Piotr? By the way, just to check if this is a something else than some
Hmm.
fantasy of my friend.
No, I'm certain that it is not. And he's interrupted by a female voice. I told you, and you didn't listen to me. And there was a woman in her 50s. There is a woman in her 50s sitting at her desk. Her hair brown but starting to gray in certain areas. And she speaks. I remember those individuals about us 6 months ago. Yes, they. I didn't like them. I think they were up to no good, but they were asking also for this Galantina fella.
Hmm. And do you remember their names?
Uh, One of them was like uh, Kramer. One of them was
Hmm.
definitely Kramer or Kramer.
Oh, okay. Three of them, right? Six
Yes,
months
the
ago.
three.
And what sort of questions did they ask? If he was registered here or something else?
They said that he was a former colleague of them that they had been working on some sort of architecture project and
Hmm.
they had lost contact, but he last told them that he was visiting our city.
Hmm. Okay, probably it's just some machination from, as you say, Peter, some wild mind. I don't know.
I shuffled through the notebook. Yes, those names do look familiar. I think we have been the butt of a most cruel practical joke or something
Mm,
similar.
yes, our time is precious, Peter, and we shouldn't at least throwing it away in such wild goose chase, don't you think?
I snap my heels together. Jawohl.
Okay, Monsieur Renault. I thank you very much for your help, and also you, Miss. We'll be going now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a good day. Goodbye.
So, this Piotr is of some importance.
Also, someone made him disappear. I don't know if that was
Yes.
her or someone else, and I think it's probably best he stays disappeared for a while.
Yeah. Now that we know those 3 Russians are not 3 Russians anymore.
And we know where to find him should we need him.
Yes. Should we proceed to the other locations and try to see if we could?
I
Could find any-
imagine we will find a similar story
Yes.
in each
Yeah.
place. Let us see if we can find out what this Gemeinschaft is. It's an outlier in this list.
Do we have an address or?
There is no
I
address
looked
on
for a
this.
public phone in the lobby here.
One is found.
I pull open the phone book and look for a listing for this Gemeinschaft in it.
There is no such listing.
So it's not
Probably-
business.
Or probably it's not from Frankfurt.
I think about what the translation of that term is in German.
Peter realizes that it is the name of a place of darkness.
What do you mean darkness, Peter?
Oh,
Spear loses a point of stability as he starts to hear things that only Peter had in his mind.
I don't like the look of this. Something about that name jars something in me. Could be something I've seen before.
So you don't know
Peter
if
must roll either soul or intuition.
I roll intuition and 13.
Peter has vague recollections of when he was studying certain occult ceremonies. That in Frankfurt there were specific portals that would not only give access to infernal or what would some call celestial realms, but as legend and myth has it, the portals also gave access to the dreams of mankind.
I remember now. It was something I read in one of the books I was editing back in Frankfurt. It's a group that studies portals to other worlds. Occultists. I didn't credit it with much belief at the time, but well, we've passed through a few now, and I suppose it should come closer to the surface.
we know at least one of those portals is it's the clinic where we have been. We were informed that locations with highly stressed or a story of violence or something very stressful or strong could be places of portals, right?
Let's see if we can locate these people. Magda clearly did, or was trying to, so. And this may be more in your or Klaus's wheelhouse than mine.
You know, from time to time I get some, I don't know, feelings from places or people, or in the case of the doll, objects, but I don't know if I could try and, well, I can. Well, let me think. I could try and be our party's bloodhound. What do you think?
If it involves you going into the astral on your own again, I wouldn't advise it just yet.
I'm not saying that. As I said to you, sometimes when sometimes I get feelings or impressions from locations or objects or people
Well, certainly
without
if you
knowing.
detect any of those, please let us know. I think it's safe to trust our guts on this sort of thing now.
Well, let's inform us. Let's inform the rest of our party the information that we got and see what they have to say.
I click my heels by all means, sir, and gesture at the
Oh,
door.
please, Peter, stop with that. I don't like.
You have to sell it.
So let's go back to the car.
We
And
rejoin them.
so, Marlene and Klaus are informed of the situation.
Hmm. So it seems this Piotr, from I don't know what reason, it's an important person.
Well, maybe it can be the next vessel or whatever they call it.
Didn't they say that probably should be a female?
Ye-
You
Yes,
offered, right, Marlene? You offered the you want the job,
Well,
right?
it could be that they sought him because they knew he had the doll, perhaps.
So do you think they were after the doll and not him?
It's a theory, but I have nothing to back it up at the moment.
Hmm.
You realize that it's currently 2 p.m.
Oh,
Well, should we have something to eat and then talk about our next
well, that would be
incursion?
that Natalia, right?
Yes, probably we should meet with Natalie because, yeah, she was there when he was admitted. Probably she has more information about this Piotr
Yes, maybe she knows who
and
he is.
Magda and all of them.
very well. Let's go get something quick and then find Natalia.
And all is easily done. And after looking at the address, you are certain that you can easily reach Natalia within 30 minutes from the place where you are eating.
As we arrive, I will case the place by doing a walk around of it before going in.
Peter loses a point of stability as his mind wanders into the future. And due to the distraction, he spots a woman that also looks at him in the garden of a rustic wooden house. The location is just about to near the outskirts of the city. The old woman is dressed in typical gardener's fashion, and her hat obscuring most of her face, but golden and white trestles can be seen flowing from her under her hat. Her skin is very wrinkled, and blue eyes peek from under the hat. The woman is clearly in her 70s, but very healthy looking for her age, and speaks to Peter. Can I help you?
Oh, well, perhaps. I'm looking for an address, and I read the address off the paper.
Ah, yes, this is the place. Were you looking for someone in specific?
Yes, my friends will be along soon. I'm looking for a Nadia. Would that be you by any chance?
Natalia Tatlina, that's me.
I must have written it down incorrectly.
Well, what is the purpose of your visit?
Well, we understand that you were associated with a mental institution until your retirement, and we have some questions about what you may have experienced previously.
Oh, the Frankfurt Clinic.
Yes.
Ah, as Peter is speaking, Pierre, Klaus, and Marlene are within distance to approach the conversation if they wish.
Okay.
We will.
I
I
put
will.
my hand behind my back as they walk up and give an okay sign.
And so it is
Oh,
done.
good
And
afternoon, madam.
good afternoon. And why exactly do you want to know about the clinic?
Oh, if we could get inside, perhaps we have so many questions.
Well, I haven't been getting too many visitors, but yeah, I think it would be a nice change of pace. Come on in. I actually have cookies and tea if you wish.
Oh,
That
thank
will
you.
be wonderful. Thank you.
And so Natalia gives access to her house as she motions for you to follow her inside.
Inside, I look very closely to the house, to the inside, the adornments, the paintings, books, to see if there is anything that catches my attention.
Pierre must roll perception.
12.
The house looks normal enough with several bookcases with various normal topics about science, art, history. There are many small tables and porcelain vases, and even porcelain dolls. Some of them look like clowns, some others look like peasants tending the fields. And
I
Natalia Tatlina motions for all of you to take a seat around the table.
I sit down. Thank you.
It's most kind, but I prefer to stand if you don't mind.
Ah, it's all right.
So, you want to start, Peter? Or Klaus or Marlene?
In the meantime, Natalia pulls out cookies and tea and several cups, placing them within easy access.
During your time at the Frankfurt facility, you supervised the arrival of some Russian and Slavic children, correct?
The 44 children. Ooh, that has been such a long time. Yes, they arrived around 1951.
Why were they moved to your clinic from the Moscow clinic?
I was so young back then, but I never really looked too much into it. But as I understand it, these children were traumatized by some event that occurred back in Russia. If we had not taken them in, they would have surely ended up in various orphanages where they were not properly equipped to deal with their psychological issues.
And what sort of issues did you have to deal with?
Oh, all sorts of issues. They were all having nightmares, they were seeing things, but five of them were very unusual. There was these three boys, they were always together, and they were, the rest of the children, they were so afraid of them. But at the same time, they were afraid of this girl, Magda. Magda, yes, I remember, that's her name.
And those three children, perhaps they were Philip, Alexander, and Anton?
Yes, that would be their names. They were. I couldn't take action directly because I didn't have evidence, but we actually had two children die when they were where it happened. They were at the scene of the crime twice, but it was so I didn't have any proof. But it always seemed to me that it was very suspicious that two children died on separate occasions, and the three of them were there, and they didn't see anything.
Were they bullies?
I believe so, but if so, they were very crafty. We never caught them in the act. It always seemed more like the rest of the children were afraid of them for some unexplainable reason.
You
And
said that there were five children. Who
Mhm.
was the fifth one?
His name it was Pyotr. Pyotr.
Oh, Pyotr Galentinov, perhaps?
But I hope you won't believe me crazy. But I like to keep in touch with my patients as much as I can.
Mhm.
And every time I looked through Piotr's records, the information was changed or even missing.
Hmm. Do you know what the means to change or steal information from a patient, a doctor,
This would
the
have been heavily penalized. Whoever did it took a great risk and did it with great expertise, and it made no sense. I was running the entire place. I was very strict about things, and somehow the information was constantly being changed.
But from what do you remember about this information? What was so perhaps specific or unusual that made someone to steal or adulterated it?
I think it would have been related to his, perhaps his parents or a previous address, because he
Hmm.
undoubtedly, he was part of the 44 children that came into the institution.
Do you think these five children were closest to or involved in whatever the trauma was in the Moscow facility?
In the case of Magda, I do not think so. She was always very kind, and she was also very nervous when dealing with the three Russian boys. We started to call them the three devils because everything
Yeah.
about them was so wrong. But at the same time, like I told you, they were afraid of her. Funny enough, or perhaps strangely enough,
She was
Piotr.
How did they treat Peter?
That's the thing. It looks as if Piotr was separated completely from them. They had no particular attitude towards him.
As
But
if they couldn't see him, or as if they didn't, he was beneath their notice in some way, maybe?
now that you mention it, it did appear as if he was invisible to them.
and Magda.
I
What
look
was
pointedly at Pierre when she says that.
and Magda? What was Magda's relations with Piotr, and vice versa?
Sometimes she used to call out his name when he was not around. And when he was close to her, that's a very interesting point now that you mention it. It seems like Piotr, at least when it comes to those children, as if he was constantly disappearing from their perception. Very bizarre.
Even Magda
Even Magda.
and the other 30 something children, they also didn't seem to notice Piotr.
No, they interacted with him quite a bit. Although we had some problems, the usual stuff when children get into fights. He was always protecting this, like a ceramic figurine of sorts. He was desperate to protect it at all cost. At one time, he had three children pushing him and even punching him, and he was shielding this doll with his body.
And the
Hmm.
doll came with him from Moscow.
Yes, he had it's like the safety blanket of a
Hmm.
little kid or a teddy bear.
Is there any report from the doctors when interviewing him that where perhaps it was written down the relationship between Piotr and this doll, or why he was protecting it with such force?
I personally treated Piotr several times, and all he said was that it reminded him of his true purpose. Such an unusual, even philosophical response for a little kid, and he would just shut himself up. He wouldn't continue talking about the doll.
Hmm. So everyone seemed to, including the other children, seemed to acknowledge the presence of Piotr at all times, except for Magda and the other three.
Correct, it appears to be so.
Hmm.
That's interesting.
So, of the 44 children, I suppose most of them became normal adults. Uh, is that is that fair to say? How many of them did you keep up with?
At least 14 of them were doing a great job integrating with society. This includes, well, Piotr, I have lost contact with him. I don't know where he is. But I did exchange some letters with most of them. However, at least 8 of them either died from a disease. Some others, as I understand it, they took their own lives. And like I said, I don't know where Piotr is. Magda, I just communicated with her briefly about a year ago, and the the 3 Russian boys, I lost contact with them 2 years ago. They were even hostile in their last letter.
Hmm.
Oh, well, I'm sorry to hear that. I have bad news, I'm afraid.
Wait a minute,
We're
I'm missing,
ah,
I actually found the telephone number for a couple of them. What were their names? Those were a part of the 44, but they are still alive. Ethel and Layla. Yes, I remember them. Ethel and Layla.
oh, well, thank you.
Oh, give us a number, please.
Sure, sure. And why would you want to communicate with them?
Oh, I was about to mention the reason we're asking is we are friends of Magda's, and she recently passed away, unfortunately, and we're
Oh
we're trying to
no.
find as many people who knew her as possible to a let them know, and b there are some issues with her last will and testament that we're attempting to ascertain uh, uh, people that
Hmm.
she mentioned in her will.
What can you remember the age of Piotr when he was admitted to the clinic?
Yes, yes. A moment, please. She goes towards desk, pulls out a drawer, takes a notepad, rips a piece of it, and hands it to Marlene. The piece of paper contains the telephone numbers for the Ethel and Layla, and she replies to Pierre. He must have been around 5 years, perhaps. It's difficult to tell because as he continued to age, sometimes I thought that I was losing my mind. Sometimes he looked much older and then much younger.
So he was 5 when admitted.
Yes,
And the ages of the others around all the same age or older.
they were older than Piotr.
Hmm. Did he mention anything from the place where he came from in Russia? The his hometown, his parents, anything?
He would never talk about his parents, but he did mention that he was usually taken care of by a priest, an Orthodox priest, and an artist. Well, the way he described the other man, he was constantly sculpting things, painting things, and it looks like the priest fellow was very angry all the time, very severe,
Hmm.
asking him to build a certain uh, by the description, some sort of iconography.
By any means, this priest name was Ivan.
Ivan something, Ivan
Ivan
Shesenko.
Shazenko, yes.
Yes, I believe that was the name.
And the artist, do you remember his name?
No, I don't remember the
Hmm.
name of the artist.
Okay. Well, that was quite helpful indeed. Now
Ivan
we have.
Shesenko was the source of many horrors for Pyotr. He never
Hmm?
spoke that the priest took action against him, but according to Pyotr, sometimes he said that the priest became monstrous. But I think, according to my studies and as a professional, I think that he was a sort of painting what was being perceived through his own imagination related to the horrors of war.
Yes,
Hmm.
being so young, that must make some impression on the boy. Well, guys, do we have any more questions to
No,
Miss
I think
Tatlina?
I think you've been very helpful, ma'am, and we're sorry to intrude on your day with such bad news.
Yes, I can't believe Magda is gone. I was hoping that she would integrate with society after all of her traumas. If there is also something that could perhaps be useful to you, Piotr sometimes he went out into these. He would go into these stupors. He would resemble like someone not really there, lost, lost in some sort of dream. But sometimes he would tell you things that only you would know, and call me, like I
Hmm,
said, a woman of silly superstitions. But I sometimes wonder if those how do they call them, the psychic? No, no, the psychic. I wonder if he was
psychic,
psychic.
a
Yes,
medium of some sort.
perhaps.
Did he one one of these occasions where he seemed to wander off and he talked to someone? Did he seem to be, forgive me the term, but possessed? Something talking through him?
No, it never gave me that impression. It gave me the impression that he had been dreaming things about things that were to come
Hmm,
or things that were occurring at the present time.
that's interesting. Well, I have a few ideas about that.
Did you do a lot of dream therapy with your clients at that time or your patients at that time?
I prefer not to discuss too many of the procedures. It's
No,
been so long, but I don't want the
understandable.
reputation. Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, you've been much helpful with these informations. I think we can at least now try to find this Ethel and Lila.
Last time I spoke to them, it was a week ago, so you should be able to find information about them or even communicate with them.
They are here in Frankfurt?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Do they know one? Do they keep up with each other still, or just with you?
They are very close friends. In
Oh,
fact, some nasty individuals were even pointing out that perhaps they were in a relationship. But no, they were great friends. I never saw indications of anything else.
people like to talk out of class.
Yeah, yes. Well, Miss Tatlina, I thank you very much for your time. And if we find anything more about Magda or at least Piotr, perhaps we could bring to your attention.
Yes, of course. I am actually very happy. I don't get too many visitors nowadays. As you grow older, the number of people that visit you, it starts to shorten.
Hmm, of course.
I pat Pierre on the back. Hmm.
Okay, shall we go?
Oh, yes, thank you very much for everything.
Yes. Thank you very much.
Do take care now. Bye. She opens the front door.
Well, Peter, Marlene, and Klaus, I think probably I could try to visit or try to find Piotr in the astral
I
plane
think that
or
may
whatever.
be the only place you can find him.
Yes.
I think he's I think he's more there than he is here.
Yeah. Yeah.
And clearly something extra normal is wiping his records for him.
Yeah. But I found very interesting the fact that Magda and the other three were the only ones that seemed to ignore him or not see him as if he was not there.
I suspect if you ask the other children what they simply saw a boring little child,
Yeah.
not the thing that was right behind its eyeballs. I suspect the child is nothing more than an affectation.
Yes, and the relation also with the priest, it's very interesting, don't you think?
I think you might want to make a call to any ambassadorial assets you know in Moscow and see what happened at that institute and see if our good priest was a staff member there before he became whatever he is now.
Well, I can try, but the Russians can be quite, you know,
Yes,
fond of.
demanding. Yeah,
Yeah. Well, but anyway, I
imperious.
will try, but I make no guarantees. Perhaps I will be found in the near future floating in some river,
That could be all of us, but
face down.
as long as I'm standing next to you, it will be a very difficult thing to arrange.
Oh, thank you. So, shall we try and talk to these Ethel and Lila?
Absolutely. I think following up on the other registries is just going to lead us
Yes,
to the
yeah,
same
it's a wild
situation.
goose chase, yes.
Yeah.
Because well, it seems for all purpose and intentions, Piotr doesn't exist, right?
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I think that was what she was trying to prove or to discover if he existed or not, right?
And
okay.
also, I don't know, but well, the other three Russians, they always have been troublemakers of some sort, but Magda, and perhaps that was one of the reasons that they couldn't see or couldn't interact with Piotr. But Magda, I don't know, she always seems, and as Natalia said, she always seemed to be more kind, and I don't know the reason why she also couldn't interact properly with Piotr. It had something to do with the doll?
If I had to guess, I think that Magda was the distraction to draw the attention of the other three, and she never paid attention to Piotr because she didn't want to draw attention to him. I think she was
Okay,
always the protector.
perhaps.
So,
Uh,
which of these two women do we call first?
well,
Well, if they're a couple, probably just pick one of them, and you
yeah.
probably will find the other.
Could be.
Well, try Ethel Peter first.
We have an address or just a phone number?
Phone numbers.
Then let's find a payphone.
Well, we can find a phone number with an address with a list, can't we?
With some looking. I will drive us to the nearest payphone I find.
Some time was lost as Peter was thinking in the future. It is now 5 p.m. and the payphone is found.
My goodness, they're hiding them well now.
They're disappearing. It's like Piotr. So try to phone first to Ethel.
I think a woman's voice might be more welcome.
Oh, yeah. Marlene, why don't you?
Okay.
As Marlene
What are we going
calls,
to tell them?
We
We
are
have
friends.
news about friends of Magda. Okay.
Yes.
I'm making the call. Yes.
Marlene makes the call, and after a few moments, the voice of a woman is heard on the other side. Uh, Hello?
Hello, am I talking to Ethel?
Yes, this is Ethel Brockman. Who is this?
Yes, exactly. This is Marlene Mueller. I am a friend of Magda, Magda Oblova, or Magda Smith. I think you knew her
I
when you were
haven't heard
kids.
that name in ages. Yes, I knew her. What about it?
Would it be okay for me and some of my associates to visit? We have some news about Magda that we'd like to share with you.
Is this a sensible matter?
Yes, yes, it is. I don't really want to talk about it in the phone.
Give me a few minutes. She steps away, and Marlene can hear her speaking to another woman. And then she comes back and says, we could meet you here in my apartment. This is the address, and she gives Marlene the address. You will find that it's a simple two-story building surrounded by a garden with no trees, no shrubbery. There's also some graffiti, but yes, please, at what time can we expect you to come?
If we could go right away, if that's not inconvenient.
Yes, we are here. We can greet you here. Yes, certainly. Please come whenever you like. Within 2 hours.
So much. We will be there as fast as possible.
All right. See you here. Goodbye. She hangs up.
Thank you. Okay, this is the address. We can
I
go there.
look at the address. How far away is it?
It's about 30 minutes from the current location.
Well, don't waste time.
I look at my watch. Half hour or so. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
The drive proceeds smoothly, and you arrive at the place described by Ethel, the exact building.
Okay, so Marlene, perhaps it's best for you to make the first contact. Well, second contact in this case.
Well, I said I had some friends with me, so let me just knock on the door.
According to the information in the address, Ethel is located in the second floor of the building, and a hallway giving access to the staircase needs to be traversed in order to get access to the second floor.
Let's go then.
As you proceed, you see a man dressed in rags, obviously homeless, with a bottle of liquor next to him, and crawling on top of him, there are what appear to be cockroaches the size of half a meter long. They are covered in strange pulsating blue boils, and on the wall next to the homeless individual, a dark staircase begins to take shape.
I just step away and try to run.
I pull my pistol and aim it at him.
Yeah, and I'll pull my pistol as well.
Who are you and what are your intentions?
As Peter mentions this, the cockroaches do not reply. They begin biting on the homeless individual. You can now see that there are a total of 5 cockroaches, and they devour the man as he screams, and with their mandibles begin pulling him towards the dark spiral staircase that is being manifested on the wall.
Nope.
Do we go
nope.
through? Do we go through?
Don't, please don't.
No, let them take the guy.
Let the cockroaches take him, yeah. Fuck him.
The homeless man is pulled into the dark staircase as the cockroaches continue biting at him and he vanishes in the wall. Everyone must make a willpower roll. Anyone that doesn't roll 15 or above suffers 3 points of stability damage.
I rolled a 15. Lucky me.
15, yes.
Okay, I didn't roll a 15. So.
If no 15 or above was rolled, 3 points of stability damage. And there is no trace of the homeless man, and no trace of the staircase manifesting in the wall, as if
I
nothing was ever
I
there.
I grit my teeth and look at the rest of them. I don't like giving those things people, even even homeless people.
Yeah, never mind.
I don't I don't like that in generally. I don't just I'm tired of seeing.
Pull yourself together. Look, look. I hold my finger up in front of your eyes. Focus.
Yes, it's quite difficult with visions of these entities and whatever bugs and
Both Peter and Pierre recover stability points according extra points even if their connection is strong enough. The number of points in the connection is recovered.
okay.
I'm going to ask Klaus if he's okay because it seems
Marlene
frustrating.
points
So
loses a point of stability, distracted in future visions of dread, but then asks Klaus if he's okay.
This is all fucked up. I don't care. I'm just waiting for something to shoot.
Oh, I hope I had your attitude, Klaus.
Both Marlene and Klaus recover stability points equal to their relationship.
Now let's.
Let's calm ourselves before we
Yeah.
go up to meet those women.
I look at the hallway to see if anyone noticed or heard the man screaming. Also,
It is clear to Pierre that the building is, for all intents and purposes, as he perceives it, abandoned, besides Ethel.
they live in an abandoned building. Why is that?
More importantly, they're living in a building that has one of those weak spots.
Yes.
I go over and press on the wall where the portal was.
Peter must roll soul.
$15.
Peter realizes that this portal opens at intervals. It is impossible to predict the exact intervals, but according to his sensibilities and understanding of occult matters, this portal pulsates, it opens at certain times.
I feel it here, but it only opens at certain times, and we would have to watch
So-
it.
for what Natalia told us, all these kids were fucked up one way or another, right? So maybe they also been attracted to this place.
Well, yeah. Do they attract, or do the
Or
portals
vice
attract
versa.
them, or do they attract the
With
portal?
the portals, yes.
Let's go meet them and get a sense of that.
Let's go up then.
The second floor is easy to access, and you see a single wooden door with a doorbell that is almost falling apart from the socket in the wall.
I knock on the door.
A few moments later, footsteps can be heard coming from inside, and the door opens. And you see a middle aged woman with black hair, shirt at almost shoulder length, dressed in a blue dress. She speaks. Are you the friends of? Oh, I see you. You must be Marlene, correct?
Yes, hello.
Please step inside. My friend Laila is also inside. Let's have a chat about Magda.
These are my friends, Mr. Paquet, Mr. Werner, and Peter Kress.
A pleasure to meet you. I am
Nice to
Ethel
meet you.
Brockman, and she motions for a woman sitting in a couch inside. And this is Laila Netseva. The other woman speaks. Hello.
Hello.
Pleasure to meet you.
Please take a seat in any of the couches.
I just look around very nervous, try to see if there is any other dark portal around.
Pierre must roll soul.
I go to the window and look out of it and say, most kind of you to offer, but I prefer to stand.
Oh, 19
All
total.
right. Pierre realizes that the only place in the building that contains a portal is in the place where the homeless man was taken. Peter must roll either perception or intuition.
Perception of 11.
For a moment, for an instant, Peter can see one of the same cockroach type of insects moving just behind a house, half a block away.
My eyes grow large.
Is there any problem, Peter?
The problem that we've been having with insects is continuing.
Oh, don't say that, please.
Lila speaks. I'm sorry, I think I overheard you. When you say insects, did you mean cockroaches?
Yes, ma'am. I look sheepish. It's no reflection. I hope you understand.
Ethel speaks. Hush now, Lila. No, well, I think it's useful to let people know that sometimes the cockroaches in the areas are in this area, they are a bit more feisty compared to other roaches.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to be very blunt here. We are talking about cockroaches with alpha meter, with pulsating whatever in their torsos and taking people away to dark portals. I'm sorry.
Lila speaks. I saw them. I saw them. Ethel doesn't fully believe me, but Ethel, this man has also seen them. I saw them snatching away a dog in the night.
Yes, we just saw five of them taking away a homeless man at the entry door of your building.
I think
Well-
perhaps our friend who is French is being a little
Dramatic.
vainglorious.
Really, Peter? Now we seen this shit too much. I don't care being blunt or being taking not serious about it. You know.
Well, it
I'm
does
fed up
take
with
care
it.
of the homeless problem, Bucky.
I will look at the ladies and go, I suppose we could trust them.
Let's try to explain to them. So we are all friends of Magda. We regret to tell you that she died recently.
Ethel speaks. How did she die?
With an
Uh,
infection.
Oh, not you again. No, not that again. Some of our acquaintances, you probably already know something about us, right? We were all part of a group of children that we came originally from Russia. We were all part of a group of orphans in the Frankfurt clinic here. And we have been trying to get together with some of our old friends, but several of them, they died, but all of the physicians that attended them, they said that they were suffering some sort of mental problem where they were covered in these horrible boils, and the worms would come out of them. It was crazy,
No,
Doc.
no, that's not crazy. It's true. We have them also. Magda died of that, and they passed that to us.
But it's not contagious unless we touch you. So don't worry, and we are not going to.
Ah, oh well, that is a relief. But you don't have them. We cannot see it. They all said that you could see them in their neck and their armpits, but you seem very healthy.
I show to her the location where I stabbed myself, try to get the worm out. This is one of the places that I tried to Well, I managed to kill the worm, but if I continue to do this, I will kill myself as your friends.
There is a cut, but I still don't see anything. And Lila speaks. Well, maybe it's one of those strange things, in this world we don't know everything. It's perhaps something supernatural.
So, Lila, you don't see it either. It seems
No,
like your eyes are a little better.
well, I don't know. I've only seen the horrible cockroaches pulling people into the wall.
And not to you, Ethel.
No, I still don't know what to believe. I have witnessed some things, but there's always a rational explanation. Like, if what you're saying is true, I heard the screams coming from below, but I thought it was one of the local gangs fighting each other.
No, it wasn't. It
Do
weren't local
either of you
gangs.
ladies remember a boy named Piotr who came with you?
Oh, yes, he was such a kind guy, right, Lila? I think Lila had a bit of a crush on him when she was little. Oh, stop that. No, well, he was a very quiet boy, although sometimes he did look a bit like a fool. Like, he would drool, but there was something about him. He would like transform from one moment to the other, and he would become into this like very very wise boy. Like, he would tell you things that only you were supposed to know.
And did you notice at any time him with a doll?
This doll, I showed them.
It is the same doll, says Layla. Yes, he was always taking care of it. Ethel interrupts. I think that he was a bit obsessed with that as well. He was always moving it around as if his very life depended on having that doll. How did you get that doll?
He gave it to me.
Never in my entire life, at least when I stayed there in the clinic, did I see him part from that doll.
Well, that's. And what about the three other kids those bully kids that were with Magdas, Philip, Alexander, and Anton? What
The,
can you say about them?
the three devils.
Yes, the three devils.
They always made me feel sick to my stomach. It's like what they call it. How do you say it, Lila? Yes, I believe when they say that sometimes someone has like bad vibes. That's how the hip kids call it, the bad vibes. Yeah, then you didn't want to stay close to them. And the two children, there were two children that died, and they were in the same area. One of them, the one of the kids that died, supposedly he fell off the stairs. He fell down the stairs and broke his neck, but the three boys were standing in the landing above. I actually saw when he was at the bottom of the stairs dying, and the three boys just stood there. I would even think that perhaps they changed their faces to appear innocent, and I didn't see the other killing, but supposedly someone had gotten into the clinic and stabbed one of the boys. But again, the three devils, as we used to call them, they were in the garden when that occurred.
You said that some of your other friends among the 44 children were victims of this contagion. Do you remember their names by any chance?
Lila speaks. Well, one of them was George. The other one was Mary. But they told us, we actually met with them, that they had been experiencing this disease and they had kept in touch with the other kids, well, now adults, and they told us they all had the disease. And one by one, they started to die, at least
And
according to what they told us.
they have been having bad dreams.
They never told us that, but they sure do look like they needed some sleep.
What
And
about you two? Have you been having bad dreams lately?
Lila speaks. No, just hearing those horrible noises of the cockroaches in the night. For whatever reason, it seems like they are not moving into the second floor. I wonder if there's something that keeps us safe here.
Have you considered just moving out of here?
We are not exactly very. We're not very prosperous, so it's not easy to find a place that is so affordable. As long as we avoid certain hours, I think we will be all right here.
And you noticed the cockroaches when you came here, or a few days after, or weeks after you moved in?
It's difficult to tell, but I think it was about 3 months after moving here.
Before, you never noticed the portals or the cockroaches.
No, it was the first time. We had never seen that before.
And the building has been vacant all the time. Only you live here,
Yes.
even before you came.
Well, at least a few months before we came, because we did come to visit the building and decide if we should live here. But yes, it seems that like it was always deserted. Lila speaks.
Did your landlord give you a particularly good deal on this place? I'm imagining.
Yes, it was so affordable. Not even a cheap Roach Motel room would be so affordable for us. But speaking of Roach Motels, I just remembered something. There was this graffiti that we actually painted over because it looked so awful. It showed some sort of group gathering, but and they were doing like one of those circles you see in those like weird ceremonies like witchcraft and stuff. So I sometimes wonder if perhaps you had like a little gang of would-be Satanists or something, and that were trying to
Can
call things.
can you draw me that picture, please? Piece of paper.
Yes, yes. I think I can remember. Ethel, can you pass me that napkin? Ethel passes her the napkin and she begins drawing with a pen.
So that graffiti was here in the building when you moved in?
Yes, yes. In fact, it was on the opposite side of the wall where this
Portals
staircase
open.
manifests.
Hmm.
The napkin shows a circle similar in arrangement to the ceremonial trappings that have been seen in the mansion where the three Russians carried out the
Okay.
ritual.
Okay.
Do you know the name of your landlord by any chance?
Yes. Where is it? He's not exactly a very sociable individual.
Hmm.
Oh, here he is. He's Jordi. Jordi Falkster.
And did you know her before taking these rooms? Was she someone from your past, for example?
No. Although she is a bit of a queer individual. He dresses like a woman, but it's clearly a he.
Oh,
Well,
perhaps like a
norm-
cabaret person.
yeah, that's just normal in Germany. The Germans are weird. um,
Well, it's not our fault. We've been so manipulated. Hush, Layla. No, Ethel, I think we've been manipulated. It's not our fault. We are weird because our government is weird.
do you remember anything from the from the Russian clinic where you came from?
Well, there was this strange dream that I had, speaks Ethel. In that dream, I actually met with Pyotr, but he looked like as if he had aged 10 years, and he looked much better. In the clinic, Pyotr always looked as if he was starving, but in the dream, he looked incredibly handsome.
This happened in the Kirov clinic, right, in Moscow?
Uh huh. but it was just before we were about to leave.
To
Like,
live.
yes, he was just a 5-year-old boy, but imagine the 5-year-old Piotr, and I knew it was him. He was
Hmm.
carrying the same doll in the dream, and he even told me that he wanted to protect us. But the dream stopped, and I never mentioned that to the 5-year-old. Imagine what sort of thing can you tell a 5-year-old? Hey, I dreamed you when you were 10 years older and you were trying to protect us all. Like,
Do you
Do you,
remember in Moscow if a priest visited Piotr, an Orthodox priest, very
ah,
severe?
I'm not exactly sure because Piotr was kept away from us. He was in separate quarters.
do you remember what happened that caused you to have to move away?
to German to Germany.
We have memory blanks.
Mm.
Something happened in Russia. I always suspected that it's a bit difficult for me. Lila speaks. Let me try to explain. You see, Ethel suspects that perhaps she was actually, based on vague memories, she's escaped some sort of ritual sacrifice. She thinks that perhaps all of us, the 44 kids, we were part of some crazy cult activity, and that's why Ethel doesn't want to know anything about the paranormal or the supernatural. I think it's because those memories come back to her.
Well, memories like that are nothing to play with casually.
Yes, perhaps it's a blessing that you don't remember.
Perhaps it is, but whatever it is the case, they wanted us out of Russia for whatever reason. Wait a minute, now I remember. I remember a priest like fellow. He was dressed like in dark brown robes and like that beard, like grayish white, and it looked like as if he was giving the order to have us transferred to Germany.
Hmm.
Hmm. Do you think after all this Ivan, it's in a weird way is trying to protect the kids? He was trying to save the kids.
Either save us or perhaps he found it inconvenient. You know how, well, depending on the government of the place, sometimes they want to keep certain secrets hidden
Hmm.
for good.
And aside from the priest, do you remember by any chance if there was an artist also there? A kind of an artist, I don't know, a painter, a musician, also interested in Piotr or in the group?
No, but it would make sense because perhaps he created that doll.
Mm.
Hmm. That's hmm.
Because the doll looked so like freshly painted, freshly new. You could even smell the paint when we first saw it.
In Moscow, do you think that the three devils bullied children there as well?
It wouldn't surprise me. Back in Moscow, they kept us separated most of the time. Very few interactions. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me because when were in Frankfurt in the Frankfurt clinic, they were up to no good all the time.
Did they ever show you cards with symbols on them?
No, not that I remember.
Or
And
make you
did
play games to see if you were better at the game than other children?
Lila speaks. And no, 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 but you know what? I think it's because we tended to avoid them. You always had this sense that they were going to perhaps lock you up in the bathrooms or something to play a mean or nasty prank on you. It's those sorts of individuals that are always looking to see what everyone else is doing instead of minding their own business. It gave me the feeling that it was not safe to be around them.
and here in the clinic, in the Frankfurt clinic, do you remember if that priest ever visited you or Piotr during the course of your staying there?
He probably visited Piotr, said Ethel. because we did see him moving towards the quarters where Piotr was staying at, but he never interacted with us. Lila
Only,
speaks.
only with Piotr.
I actually remember the priest sometimes smelling the air constantly, and he would comment that, oh, it smells awful here, but it gave me the impression of those like dogs, like a tracking hound looking for something.
Trying to find Piotr, perhaps?
But it would make no sense because he obviously interacted with Piotr. Well, unless he wanted to find him first and then he interacted with him, difficult to tell.
We've seen that behavior before.
Yes. Well, I don't know if there is anything else that we can ask these two fine ladies. Well, in the future, if you want to move to a better place, I leave you with my card. Perhaps I could arrange somewhere better for you to live.
Ah, thank you, thank you. And Lila speaks. Well, I actually don't live with her. I'm just visiting all the time. Ethel and I have been best of friends. I live about an hour from this place, but sometimes I do stay night because those Ethel feels a bit worried about the gangs that I was telling you. But Ethel, I think we should tell them. Well, I don't think it's important, Layla. No, I think it's crucial. And now that they have shared all of that. Listen, both Ethel and I have been sharing the same dream over and over. It doesn't happen all the time. Happens about once every 2 or 3 months. In that dream, we are in one of those camps, from the war, from this horrible second war. And in those camps, we are being chased by these individuals. Their eyes are dripping like tar or like a black liquid, and they're chasing us with these dogs, but they are not normal dogs. They have the heads of humans, but their teeth, they are serrated, pointy, and they are dripping this green substance from their mouths. And we can hear the sounds of children trapped, and I can swear, if we have lost our memories, there were more than 44 children. And surely, if there are more of us, it feels as if they are still trapped there in that dream camp.
That
Do
is exactly the sort of bad dream I was afraid of when I asked you about them. Be very careful what you do in those dreams. I think that is how we were infected, and I think that may be how it may be trying to infect you still.
Oh no.
and
But
can you, by any means, know if that camp is in Russia or is in Germany, France?
we have no idea. We saw it in the dream. We didn't have a clue where it was. It was all in a dream, in the dream world. We don't even know if it exists.
Do you remember the uniforms of the soldiers, of the men
Ethel
that were
speaks.
chasing?
They look like German uniforms.
Yes.
Lila stands up and almost yells. Oh no! I can hear it. It's coming again. No! She rushes to the window. Look! Look, everybody! It's coming!
I join her at the window.
Yes, I also join her.
Just an instant before joining her, you see Lila torn to pieces, torn to shreds, as a flesh covered centipede crashes through the window with a segment of its body moving, swaying from side to side.
I pull out my gun and begin firing.
And this concludes this session. The cliffhanger. With
Of
Peter
course.
firing. Uh,
Of course it does.
What will become of the Baron? Mercy. We're getting a lot of people killed, aren't we?
Yes, yes.
Maybe she's not in. Yeah, maybe it'll be like the Doctor. Maybe she's not really she's not
Being-
really killed.
I'm
Well,
actually,
Yes.
hey, Marlene, Ethel's available. Just saying.
I'm actually a bit surprised because Miguel Klaus has the tracer ability to find a lot of information, track down individuals, and all that. And I was thinking,
Ooh.
oh, Miguel is going to use it, but no. Oh well, maybe for next time if you want to find like information.
I have
Yeah.
Manhunter as well, yeah, and
Mhm.
we haven't needed to hunt a man.
I had forgotten
just yet.
about that.
Okay, yeah. So sometimes it's good to look at the character sheet. Not all the time, right? Because you're not like looking at the menu in a restaurant, but sometimes, yeah, like a refresher.
Yeah, I'd forgotten
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah, before the session.
And what do you think about the session?
Yes, it's getting weirder and weirder, and it's
It was
getting more
strange
intense.
because a lot of things seem to happen. So it seems that less things happen, right? Because in the other sessions we covered a lot of things. So I was saying, oh, but it already ended. It seems we didn't cover as much ground because we've been
Yeah, but I think
longer.
but I think that many pieces now are getting
Yes.
Yeah,
connected.
Falling into
we're
place.
getting
Yeah,
a
falling into
sense more
place.
of what's
Yes.
going on. Yeah,
Well, but I still think that the priest. I don't know what make of him. If he's a good guy or
No,
an
there are no
evil,
good guys
I
in
mean,
KULT.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
There are no good guys.
Maybe a lesser
a
evil.
lesser evil guy. Yeah.
Lesser evil. Or at
You're
least
not
on
so
our
bad.
side.
You just
Something like that.
look bad and smell
Exactly.
bad.
On the same side that we are. Yes.
Yeah, at least it smells like shit, so there's always that problem.
Perhaps we could offer him a aftershave or something, or a cologne.
Piotr, or what? Yeah, is
Yep.
definitely interesting because I
Yeah.
suspect he is more on
Yeah,
the other side.
yeah. As I suspected, Piotr is. I think it's a major key in all of this. A major player. Perhaps he was the Black Madonna for some time. Now he's trying to give it up to someone else. I don't know, to Marlene. Marlene, yay! It's up to you now to save the world.
Because according to Ivan, he also said that Magda was the vessel of the Black
Yes.
Right.
Madonna, but he
Yeah.
didn't mention Piotr.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he probably can't because Peter is good at hiding, right? So
Or the priest was hiding him, maybe.
right. Oh, could be.
Because according to their description, like remember that Ivan is the priest.
Yeah.
The description is the same individual, but it's like a contradiction because it looks like he actually had contact with Piotr, but he didn't tell you anything about Piotr. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and also these dreams about the Second World War and the Germans. Well, there always been tales about the interest of the Germans and mainly Hitler about the dark
The
arts
occult.
and the occult, and it's all connected. Perhaps it was when Germany invaded some part of Russia. They tried to make some kind of ritual, and all of this is tied up together to that. I don't know.
That's why we need to find map area 14
Hmm.
in Berlin
Yeah.
when we get a chance.
Well, that was great, and thank you again for participating, and thank you to everyone else at home for watching this part of the campaign. The plot thickens so much, and thank you as well to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel, consider joining as a member using the super thanks button. Like, subscribe, take a look at the information in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been your host, Abraham L. Jaguar, a professional game master. And remember, in tabletop role-playing games, it's not about what you want your characters to do. It's about what your characters are doing. And definitely check out the Red Room Publishing. You will find the link in the description and in the pinned comment. They have many horrifying games and scenarios in their site as well. So once again, thank you all. I'm going to stop the recording in 10 seconds.